What's up, guys? It's Sunday. Last night was UFC 175. I'm going to give you my review on that, talk about some of the fights that I enjoyed. Also, I got one TTM in yesterday, finally, about time. Let's start off with UFC 175, though. I'm only going to do a couple fights that I was interested in, not the whole card. First fight, Faber versus Alex. I thought it was a mismatch, definitely. It was kind of like Chad Mendes versus Cody McKenzie. It was just, you knew the outcome, and you knew it was going to happen, and there was just no way I didn't see Alex beating him. Alex is an okay fighter. I mean, if he fights people on the undercard and stuff, but a guy like Faber, he's just not ready. Faber's in a whole nother ballpark, man. I mean, the levels aren't even near the same. So, but Faber pulled off submission win in the third round with a choke. I think he's tied up with 12 submission wins right now with Frank Mir, I believe, and I think the highest. I think Nogueira is the one who has the most submission wins for an active fighter. So I think that's how the UFC explained it last night. I'm not sure, but he has a lot of submission wins. So that was a good fight. Uriah Hall had his fight. Thiago Sanchez, I think. No, not Sanchez. The guy who he fought. Uriah Hall broke his toe in the first round. Then he edged it out for the next 2 rounds for the decision, unanimous decision. Look, the kid's got potential, but if he doesn't if he isn't getting violent in that cage and act a guy, and he wants to be all goody buddy with everybody, then he's not going to go too far in the sport. And Dana White said that. And I mean, last night you saw a little bit of an improvement. You saw just letting his hands go, and that's what you got to do, man. He has the skills to definitely be a real threat in the division, but he's got to let his hands go, and he can't worry about being nice to the guy and not hurting anybody. I mean, it's mixed martial arts. I mean, if you got into the sport so you can't hurt anybody, you're definitely in the wrong sport. But other than that, it was a good fight. Another fight I was looking forward to, they got canceled last night, was Stephen Struve versus Matt Mitrione. Stephen actually passed out before his fight was going to. Couple minutes before his fight went on, he passed out, from what I heard. Probably it might have something to do with his heart condition. He's got to go to the doctors, and they rushed him to the doctors, get checked out. He's okay now. I was upset. No, everybody was upset. It was definitely going to be a great comeback for him. I think he's going to win. I like Matt Mitrione also, but I think the reach would have been just too much for him, and he wouldn't be able to deal with it. But, who knows where he's going to go from here, if Stefan's going to retire, or if the doctors say, hey, don't worry about it, you can get back in and fight. Who knows? Hopefully, though, he's okay and hope to continue to fight. But, if the doctors say, look, this is a part of your heart condition, then it might be time for him just to say, hey, I've had a good run, I'm going to retire and maybe go to coaching or something. You don't want to fight or deal on that right before his fight. So I wish him the best, and hopefully he's okay. Moving on to the co-main event, which was my girl Ronda Rousey versus Alexis Davis, I think. Wow, man, I gotta say, I thought the fight was gonna last a little bit. I didn't think it was gonna go in there and Ronda was gonna beat her in 16 seconds. I knew Ronda was gonna beat her. I mean, I didn't see her beating Ronda at all, but 16 seconds, Christ, man. It's Ronda won 16 seconds, KO. Pretty much won out. They started trading a little bit. Ronda back off. Ronda came back, caught her with a good shot. Alexis kind of went down a little bit, Ronda kneed her, and then immediately put in a clinch and judo throwed her down, and then started hitting her, I would say, 5 or 6 times, and the ref called the fight. I think she was out on the feet. I mean, I don't, if Ronda didn't throw her, I think she was pretty much going to go down. But I think that throw kind of sealed the deal and made it lights out. And I tell you what, man, Ronda Rousey is, before it was, hey, man, you got to watch out. She's going to take you down and submit you. Now, what we saw in the McMahon fight at UFC 170 now is that you also not only have to be worried about Ronda taking down and submitting you, you have to be worried about Ronda knocking you out. And if you follow on Instagram, you see videos of her training and how fast she is, and people are like, well, that's just training. But in a real fight, man, you see how fast her hands are, and she's... I don't think there's only one active woman fighter in the UFC right now who I see beating Ronda, and that's Kat Zingano, but damn, dude. Ronda's hands look great. I know she's got to go get her knee surgery now and get the hand looked at, but hopefully, I think Kat Zingano's next in line. She should be, and hopefully that fight's by the end of the year. I want to see that fight. That might be fireworks, man. But damn, 16 seconds, another great fight. Moving on to the main event, Chris Weidman versus Yoto Machida. Machida, who dropped down from 205 down to 185, has been on a roll, man. He had some great fights. He's looking lean and mean. Chris, who is 12-0 now, I believe, worked his way up the ladder, beat Anderson Silva twice. However, some people say the first one he got lucky. Alright, look, I give you that. I don't think Chris got lucky. I think Chris won the fight. I think Chris actually caught him with a good shot and knocked him out. People saying, oh, well, he just got lucky because Anderson Silva was just moving around and being cocky. Anybody could have beat Anderson Silva. What fight have you ever watched Anderson Silva was not cocky in? Come on. So, and then he went out and he beat Anderson Silva for a second time. People are like, oh, well, you know what, man? He didn't break his leg. He was just another lucky. Nah, man, look. Chris dominated Anderson Silva for the 2 rounds. And then his technique, something he's been working on in training, was to defend against the leg kicks. And he broke Anderson's leg. He beat him twice. And some people can't get over that fact. And now that Anderson Silva is eyeing a return beginning of this year, maybe at the end if he's lucky, maybe the end of this year, but looks like more like towards the beginning of the year. People are like, well, he needs to come back and beat Chris, but tell you what, man, Anderson Silva, if he wants another title shot, I don't even think he wants another title shot. I think Anderson Silva right now just probably wants to come back. He probably has a few fights on his radar that he wants to fight. Not for a belt or anything, just fun fights for the fans. And I think that's cool. I think that's good. But, I feel like if he wants to get that title shot, he can't just come back with one-on-one fight, man. He's got to win a couple fights, work his way up the ladder. But back to the main event. So, this fight was actually a pretty good fight. I mean, the first 3 rounds were okay, but the last 2 rounds, 4 and 5, shit, man, that's what made it so good. Scoring wise, Chris won the first 3 rounds, no doubt in my mind. A lot of people scored it to Chris, rounds 1, 2, and 3. Machida definitely took round 4. And round 5 was a toss-up. They gave it to Chris, the judges. To be honest with you, I feel like Machida might have actually won round 5. Due to the fact that it came out in the beginning, started off strong, and Chris kind of took over towards the middle of the fight, and then, I think the last 20 or 30 seconds, man, Machida just started putting on heat, and was starting to light him up pretty good. So, I kind of, now if you go back over and look at the round really good, Chris probably edged it, but I feel like, in my mind, Machida would have edged it, so... But now I was thinking about it, I would still give Chris rounds 1 through 3. Machida would definitely get 4. And I would probably score a draw 9-9 for both fighters for round 5. But I think this fight's proven that, hey, Chris Weidman's the real deal. He's the real champ. It wasn't a fluke beating Anderson Silva twice, like people say. So I felt like it was a great fight, and I'm looking forward to his next matchup. Machida's also been talking about now, not only is he down to 85, but there's a rumor that he's talking about going down to 170. I don't know if he can make 170 personally. I don't think he can get any smaller, but that would be awesome if he could. There's some good fights down there for him, but I'm sure he'll be back. He'll bounce back, and looks like Chris's next fight is against Vifor Belfort, which I think Chris will win that fight. And if Chris beats him, then we definitely know. I don't think there's going to be anybody in the division beating him. So, alright. Also tonight, Frankie Edgar versus BJ Penn 3, 5 rounds, free on TV. Another great fight I'm looking forward to. I'll probably give a review out maybe later tonight when I get done watching that fight. Since this video is at 10 minutes, let's roll over to the TTM real quick. Don't want to keep guys too long. I sent this out on the 20th. June 20th to one of my favorite other female fighters who I love. She's on Tough 20. I sent to her right before she was getting ready to leave. I think she left on Monday. They started filming on Monday. So, Feast Herring, absolutely love her, man. She's beautiful and incredibly sexy. And if you follow her on her Instagram, man, you'll see some good pictures. And she's just hot. I set 3 pictures off. That's one of the a promo shoot. This is an action photo. I like to call it, you know. And then this is the other picture that I'm probably gonna end up hanging up for right now from her. It has you know, her on it, and then you know it's got right up here the Tough 20, number Tough 20. So pretty cool. TTM finally broke the dry spell. But yep. That's pretty much it. Gonna be sending some more TTMs out. Hopefully we get more back. Gonna be going July 26th and 27th. They're having the MMA Expo in New York. Some of my teammates are gonna be grappling at the tournament up there on the 26th. So I'm definitely gonna go up there. We all might get some hotel rooms and spend the night because the 27th is Sunday. Dan Henderson and Anderson Silva are supposed to be there doing signings and stuff and seminars. I think I'm gonna go. I'm hoping when it comes down to it, I can really go. I would love to meet Dan Henderson and Anderson Silva. And I know they also have other guests that are still gonna attend, so we'll see. But hopefully I can get there and meet them. It'd be really cool. You know. But alright guys, so that's it. Great TTM in my review of UFC 175. Tune in tonight for the Ultimate Fighter finale. BJ Penn versus Frankie Edgar is going to be a great fight. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. Maybe I'll do a review on that too. Who knows? So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, be safe. Have a good day. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.